Hello there. Welcome back to part 1. Part 12, part 11. So in this tutorial we will look at automate built-in admin account password. That means if you have 5,000, 3,200 computers in your Active Directory environment, as if you remember, we have configured the same in our Active Directory. Just look at here under HR organization. We created with local admin account policy for built-in admin account. As soon as user login, the local admin account should enable, all right, and rename to IT support dollar. All right, so this group policy we normally apply to all our client computers, and we set the central password, say 123456. All right, so this password will be same for your all thousands of computers. All right, if you want computer get compromised or hacked and user and hacker manage to decrypt your local built-in admin account hashes into original form, that is 123456, your entire infrastructure will get compromised. So Microsoft came up with the new solution called LAPS. It's local administrator password management, also known as LAPS, local admin password solution. All right, so what this solution is designed to do. So this is for, if you password must be unique on all computer and random. All right, it should not be same, it should be unique on all computer, and it should generate the random password by their own. All right, password must not be guessable from the name of workstation and MAC address. All right, and there must be a way for eligible people, that is IT staff, to easily know the password when it is necessary. Means normally user call you for any troubleshooting and all, then you have to log in or run the application, or to provide the solution with admin account only. So on that time, this solution should be easy for IT people to get the local admin password to provide the solution. All right, password management solution must be scaled to support thousands of computers. All right, password management solution must be easily deployed and manageable. Password management solution must support renaming of built-in administrator account. So here the case are same, we have renamed the built-in account. All right, so it should support, it's saying the same, it will gonna support here. Password management solution must offer the mechanism for bulk password change when it is necessary. It is a self-explanatory. All right, so solution must be able to correctly handle the situation when computer is disconnected from the corporate network, that is not to change the password when it is not possible to report. All right, that means if you remove that computer, if you remove that computer from your Active Directory, and then it should not change its password later on once you removed. So you should know the last password is this is the one, and once the computer is disconnected from the Active Directory domain controller, password will remain same, because it is not now part of your domain. All right, the operating system is both XP 2003 and above, the OS platform, and architecture both is there, 64-bit and 32-bit architecture it will gonna support. All right, so let's move ahead on the on this documentation, which is I have downloaded from the Microsoft website. The link is mentioned in my description. All right, this is the local admin password operation guide. So it says bunch of means lots of changes is required in your Active Directory. You have to make lots of changes in your schema, in your attributes, in your permissions, read permissions, write permissions, and reset permissions and all. So these are the all steps. It's look little it's difficult here, so don't worry, we'll make it easy this one. All right, so the first step is you to download the application. I have already downloaded on my desktop in LAPS. Alright, so this is the application. Let's install it. I have already installed here, I guess so. So alright, this has already been installed on my workstation. Let's install it again so I can explain you this thing. Do not choose the application, do not close the application, choose application, attempt to restart. Alright, so it's saying restarting and all, no problem. Just I don't want to remove because again I had to restart my server, so let it be as it is. I have already installed this application, which is here. Okay, you just have to run setup. Once you're done, this is the screenshot. Next, and here it says FAT client UI install GPO C client side extensions. The component is required to install the managed client. Alright, the PowerShell is required to install your ADM pwd.ps scripting, and the last one is GPU editor templates. Alright, click next, install, finish. Okay, so it will look like the same here on your server side. Alright, but on client side as well you have to install the same application with this scripting. So this is the script, or else you can just copy the file ADM pwd.dll and register here, which is little difficult because I don't want to create a script now. So let's create a group policy here under HR, because if you can see my all computers are under HR organization unit. Let's right click, create a OU LAPS package, LAPS group policy already exists. I don't know where it is exist. Alright, it says already exist LAPS package. Alright, so here is the package. Right click, edit, and software. We can deploy the application which is MSI here with this option. Alright, share this folder with read-only permission is enough, and assign the path here by right clicking new. I have already shared this folder kept on my UNC path pdc/installer/64-bit. Alright, so assign, refresh, close. All the group policy has been applied here. Refresh and run the group policy update, gp update. Alright, the group policy is updating now. Restart computer once. Alright, so we have installed the application on server side. Second, we deployed the package on client side to be installed. Alright, so as soon as the installation is done, we should be able to see this thing in control panel, add and remove programs. This application should appear here. So let's cross verify. It's just please wait, it's taking a little time. Alright, so this should be installed on client side. There are the few ways you can create your bat file and assign this path, or this one. So here you just have to change your shared folder path with UNC. Alright, or else you can copy this file which is already installed in your server side. You can find out ADM pwd.dll, and you have to register on your client side through scripting. So this is the best way what we have chosen with the software deployment option. Now we have to log in here, and password should the package should install here. It should get installed now. Let's check in the control panel. Alright, it's here now. The local admin password management solution has been installed. Alright, so this step is done. We have cross verified, and now it's time to modify your schema in your Active Directory. One more thing, guys, if you are following along with this tutorial in your production environment, so better you should try this thing in your virtual lab first. Don't deploy this thing in your live or production environment, because the changes whatever we are making here, it may not be irreversible. All right, so you will encounter with the errors and problems and all, so better to try in your virtual lab. So let's modify the schema. First we have to import the module here. All right, as soon as we this commands, it will update or it will add MSMCS ADM PWD attributes and time expiration attributes in your Active Directory. All right, so let's add this first option, import. We have to import the module, import module ADM PWS, hit enter. All right, done. Then you have to update your schema with this command. All right, so command is mentioned here, this is the command, so just hit enter. All right, so here it's added the schema attributes called MSMCS ADM password expiration and MCS ADM password. All right, and it's modify this container. All right, so let's go ahead again on the second step. Note, if you have RODC, so things are different here, but we don't have the read-only domain controller in our environment. So this is a permission now. So permission, removing extended permission. All right, again I'd like to mention this point. This document I have downloaded from the Microsoft website. The link is mentioned in my description. You can download again. You can download the same and can refer the same documentation. All right, so removing extended rights. That means to restrict the ability to view the password to a specific user and group, you need to remove all extended rights. All right, that says when you deployed this permission, this solution, and later on only specific people, your IT people or admin, should be able to give the password, not rest of all people. All right, so for that you have to cross verify whether the extended rights should not be applied to everyone. If it is there, that means everyone, normal user, can also view your confidential attributes. All right, they can also make out what is the local admin password for HR people. All right, so for that it says open your ADSI edit, and all right, let's go ahead and ADSI edit. So here is the attributes. Nourish you want to remove. All right, let's open it again. All right, so right click, connect your server. It should be default naming content. All right, okay. What we are exactly looking here, our HR group organization unit, because our computers are contained here. All right, so let's check HR. Right click, property and security, advanced, check the permission for everyone here, effective permission. All right, everyone, view permission. All right, so where is the all extended? Here it is all extended. All right, so they don't have permission. Let's check for others here. Admin, which is the built-in admin account, he should have the permission. All right, he should have now. So our permissions are proper now. In your case, you can check if you want to cross verify again. So only his respective users should have the read or write access. All right, for the password extension, password attributes. We will see in future time the same. So all right, this is again another way to check the same permission from the PowerShell. We already checked, we don't have to run this command again. Alright, so now you have to set, it says the right permission on the this attribute which is already added in Active-Directory MCS ADM password expiration time and MS MCS password attributes of all computer accounts has to be added to self built-in account and blah blah blah. That means you have to set a self permission to this computers so they can generate their password automatically. So we have to say, hey, you have permission now, you can generate by your own. Alright, so let's assign the permission with this command, set ADM PWD computer password for this organization unit here. So here in our case, the organization unit is HR. And alright, so let's go ahead, type set ADM PWD computers self permission password, organization unit is HR in our case. Alright, and hit enter. Okay, so permission has been delegated to this to this organization unit. Now computers are permitted to self update their own passwords. Alright, now we have to add a rights to the admin or IT groups. So we have to allow them to read and write the permission. Oh, suddenly server is restarted. So now it is just, let's restart the server. I don't know, the security updates is going on, I guess so. Security updates, it's shut down now. Alright, let me pause this video and we'll resume again as soon as the system is restarted. Alright guys, so servers started again due to some patches it's been installed, I guess so, and it's got restart automatically. It got shut down actually. So let's continue the same. We were here. We are just about to add the right permission to the respective users who should able to read, write the or reset the password of the clients. Alright, the HR computers password. So here we have to add the permissions. Let me open the PowerShell again and import modules ADMPW. Alright, ADMPW. Alright, so we have to add, this is a command to add the permission, add password read permission to organization unit, and this organization unit name, and allowed principals your user or your group name. Alright, in our case we want to allow admin to read or reset the permission for this our HR organization unit computers. Alright, so for this OU, let's go ahead and type set ADMPWD read permission organization unit called HR. Alright, HR, and allow principals, which is our administrator here, administrator. Alright, hit enter. Bingo, it's working fine. The permission has been delegated. Alright, for administrator. Now the second step, we have added a read permission. Alright, so now admin can be able to read the computers, these computers who will change their password automatically. So admin only can read now their password, not anyone else. Alright, if you have group here, it says if you have groups, different groups, you can add your domain name and you can mention your group name. Alright, in our case we just want to add one user here, which is administrator. So now adding a write permission, now we have to adding a write permission. Alright, on this attributes. So to adding write permission, this is a command, set ADM reset, and this one to mention your organization unit and your administrator account name or your username. Alright, in our case, which is administrator, let's add the write permission, alright, for MCS ADM password expiration time. Alright, so let me change this path first. Okay, set ADM PWD reset permission to organization unit called HR, allow administrator. Alright, hit enter. Fantastic, it's working now. We have, so just now what we did, we just assigned read permission for to HR organization unit to administrator. So administrator can read organization unit HR's computer. This is a permission. Now here reset permission. So now administrator can able to reset the password of HR computers. Alright, it's very simple. Okay, the same thing if you have groups, you can add the groups here instead of your users. This is the example, your domain name slash your group name, your domain name slash your administrator group name. Alright, let's go ahead. So alright, the PowerShell is done. Now it's time to configure the group policy. Open the group policy for HR people, right click, set the group policy here, type LAPS setting, LAPS password. Okay, so this is the LAPS password here. Let's right click and edit and check the password, the attribute. Okay, PWD here, open it in under administrative template. You can see ADM PWD password setting should be letter plus the complexity you can select from here. Alright, length should be 12 and password age days is 30. Alright, so you can change it, you can say every 1 day or every 2 day. Okay, alright, so let it be 60 here in my case. Alright, customize administrator account. So this is the same, the we have changed the local administrator account name, which is IT support $. Alright, so we don't have to configure this option. It says administrator account name, the name of the local admin you want to manage for. Do not configure when you use built-in admin account in auto detected by, that says it will automatically detect. Alright, if you just renamed it. Okay, if you have you have not touched to your local built-in admin account and you have created the different one, so you can mention the customized account name here, which is you have created by your own. Alright, so in our case we just rename our local admin account to admin to IT support $. Alright, let's close it. Do not allow password expiration policy. It says when you able to setting planning password expiration longer than the password are dedicated by password setting policy is not allowed. So let it be as it is. Alright, enable local admin password management, just enable it, so user will be able to change his password automatically. Alright, so it's enough now. Refresh, go back to your Active Directory, check your computer now, just refresh it once. The attribute which has been added here in where you can see where is the, alright, okay, the attribute has been added. MCS password we already seen in our previous time in the previous slides. So we cannot see the attributes here because the advanced features was not enabled. Now you can see the attributes. Alright, attributes editor, you can see ms-mcs. Alright, see the password is not been set yet. Alright, the expiration date, even this one, so it is visible here because we added the attributes through the PowerShell. Now it is added, but password is not visible yet because policy is not yet deployed. Alright, so Alright, the policy, we have already configured the group policy. Where is the group policy here? Okay, it is under HR and local admin password. Alright, so just refresh once, update your group policy here, gp update slash target computer slash force. As soon as the policy update, the computer should generate the password automatically and report to Active Directory, hey, I have generated this password. Alright, so let's check from the Active Directory, as it says the policy has been updated successfully. Group policy, refresh again, right click property and attribute editors, find out your ms-mcs. See, the password has been generated here. Now before it was not, but now it is visible, the password is generated. So let's cross verify whether it is working properly. Let's open the window MSTSC remote desktop connection. And what is the computer name? It's WS2. This is the computer name, WS2. Alright, workstation 2, WS2. Okay, so the local admin account is WS2 is IT support dollar, and password I just copied from here. Let me copy it again, copy and paste it here. I just paste it by Ctrl V and click OK. We should get the certification error now, so that means we are good to go. Alright, normally it does if you have experience when you take always remote desktop. In meantime, let's check whether the computer is allowed to take the remote. Let's type the administrator account password here, administrator remote. Okay, remote is enabled here. Let me close. See, now we have error, so that says we are good to go. We can, yes, and we can go ahead. We can connect this to remote computer. That means the password is working fine now. Alright, so let me minimize this one. Okay, and there are the other ways. Now it is, if you have hundreds of thousands of computer in your Active Directory environment and your local ID says, hey, I want the password for WS 500 computer, is a workstation name, the workstation name of that computer. So again, you have to go here in this, let me close this remote desktop. Okay, so you have to find out your hundreds of computer from thousands of computer, your that specific computer you want to know the password. Then again you have to go to property, attributes, and you have to find out the ms-mcs. Just type ms-mcs. Alright, so okay, there is no workstation added here. We just added the workstation 2, so that means it is not here. So you have to go here and you have to find out the attributes mcs. Alright, so from here you can pick. So again, it's a little difficult, so you can get the same computer name is WS2, password from the PowerShell is type get admpwd password. Alright, computer, this is a shell command, and type your WS2, hit enter. Alright, here is your computer name, the designation of the destination of your computer, where it is located, and this is the current password which is in the clear form here, and this is expiration date. If you're not interested to work on PowerShell to write this command, alright, we have this tool installed already here. Type WS2 and search. You can get the password here, and this is expiration time. The new expiration time you can set here. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions and query, you can you are free to type the means you are free to type your comments and all. You can get back to me with your comments, so I'll try to answer on the same if you stuck up in this query, because it's not easy to deploy these solutions and all right. So we have just now finished this point, automated built-in admin account password. All right, so thanks for your time. Like and subscribe for more videos.